We are at the end of November 2022. It is fall, as you can see behind me. The leaves are starting to change color, yellow, and drop off our deciduous trees. And if there's one fruit that's continuing to come in, it's figs. We are so lucky that we grow in this climate. We have a really long season. And I want to share with you varieties that are fruiting right now, end of November, and will continue to do so into December. If you're to go to a local nursery, chances are you're going to find something like a Cadota, Black Mission, very popular, widely available fig. Just because it's popular and widely available does not make it the best. So for those gardeners out there that say Black Mission is the best fig variety to grow, the best tasting, one, they have really no experience growing varieties. It's probably the only one they grow, and so it's the best for them, so they tout it as being the best for everyone. Not really true. I mention over and over again that one of the best ways to diversify your fruit trees is to graft. Very affordable to buy scion wood from a reputable source like Figaholics and graft in springtime. By doing that, you don't have to take up more space and you can try all of these amazing varieties. So let's take a look at what's ripening up here in fall. So this is an Atriano. It's one that I really didn't bag this year, so lost a good amount of them to the birds. But we have a nice ripe second main crop fig here in late November. I'd like to take a look at this. A lot of these figs look very different in the fall than they do in the summer. Not dealing with those triple digits. Sometimes the flavor is a little bit less concentrated. There's always a balance here, so in summer you have to pick them sometimes a little earlier than full ripeness because we're so dry, they'll start drying out on the tree and you really lose that moisture. And so by picking it early, you don't get the full sweetness of it. However, in fall, we really can leave them on the tree and let them fully ripen. So even though we don't have those heat units, we have that greater hang time. So let's give this a taste. Really good sweetness on this fig. You get some seed crunch in it. Again, not real pronounced on the berry notes. Just a light strawberry fig and a lot of honey flavor and sugar. And this is a more easily gotten fig. So this one I got online from One Green World, and while I really tend to like the complex, strong berry figs, it's really nice to have something different. Another one ripening up right now is the Martinenka Ramada. This one has actually been ripening since late October, so they have not all come at once. So they ripen at various stages. Go ahead and cut this one open. Similar to Bass's favorite, you really want this to hang on the tree as long as possible to fully develop its sugars. Similar to Bass's favorite, if you pick it too early, it's going to almost be a little off-putting, a little bit too acidic. The skin on this fig is a little bit chewy, as you can see. It's thick. Oh wow, that is so good. The skin on it and the pulp inside is quite sweet. This literally tastes like eating candy. Very sugary, very rich. So this fig actually did not impress me the first few fruit cycles that it put on. This has been grafted now for a few years and the fruit just gets better and better. So with some varieties, you do need to give them a little bit of time, be patient, get them established so that they can really reach their full potential. Black Madeira is another late ripening variety that gives us ripe fruit here in the Phoenix, Arizona area in late November into December. You can see with this fig that oftentimes it will develop that honey at the eye. You can see that coming out. This one we don't see that, but it might have just broken off potentially. A lot of times this will seal that way. So we'll take a look at this fruit. These do look a little bit smaller than usual, but it's because I do have a lot of fruit set. The more figs you have, generally, the smaller they are. It's been allowed to fully ripen on the tree. Probably another day and this would be spoiled. So I'm expecting really concentrated flavor. Super rich, sweet, syrupy fig. Hard to beat a black Madeira. Coro Black is another variety that is a late ripener and gives us figs here in November and December in the Phoenix, Arizona area. Again, let's take a look at what this fig looks like in fall. The fig looks very different than in our warm season. You can see a very dark, rich red interior, some good amount of syrup there. Give it a taste. Beyond strong strawberry notes, it's going to give you a lot of sweetness and not so much on the acidity. So it's not as complex as, say, a Martinenka Ramada. If you enjoy the berry flavor profile of figs, this is definitely one to look into. May have caught my video in Bass's favor. Just want to show you this too is ripening here, end of November. Clearly that is a beautiful fig. Nice dark pulp. Intense berry flavor. Like I've mentioned, this tastes more like a raspberry. So yet another one that's going to give you ripe figs late into the season in our climate.